everyone. You're welcome to Akwaaba App Podcast. My name is Akwaaba Duma, and today we are at Happy Arts Academy, and we are feeling very active today. So this is the clay we have. I promise you, by the end of this episode, I would have done something magnificent, right? Something worth Jubilee House. All right, so I have with me here from this is my left, right? So from my left, we'll just Daddy would introduce himself, then we'll go, then we'll start rolling. Thank you.
My name is Happy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, my name is Natanya
Mm.
and I'm Andrea.
All right, they are parts of the beautiful Happy Art team, and today we'll be talking about everything creativity, everything pottery, right? And like I said, we're feeling very active today. And what we want to find out is what really started the motion Happy Arts. What is the reason behind Happy Arts? How do we have Happy Arts here today?
Well, Happy Art came out of a necessity.
Mm,
Okay, I would say God, this is God inspired
mm,
because society, especially the Ghanaian society, has created a vacuum
mm,
for children
mm,
where children are left out in most um, constructive activities.
mm,
Okay, so you go to playgrounds and all that, they offer them bouncy castles, and they do that over and over and over. So
mhm,
they're looking for some other activities to engage the children with.
mhm.
And so, yes, Happy Art actually came to fill that vacuum for the children.
That is beautiful.
But then, taking this way back,
Mhm,
personally, I went to school, I went to college.
mm,
Okay, I was going to do architecture,
mm.
and God didn't have it that way. God wanted me to do pottery,
Okay.
interact with people, and share these experiences
Okay.
with them.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's a short story, history.
Mm.
So at school, there was a demonstration, and the school was closed down.
Mm.
In fact, that was KNUST, those
Hey.
years. Yes. That was way back 1982.
Mm.
I'm sure most of you were not born, eh? Yes. So demonstration happened. Students have risen and they closed down the schools for 10 good months.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're home doing nothing. And my uncle with whom I was staying
Mhm.
engaged some people to make some pots. Okay. Those are bowls, fufu bowls. And the wheel, the potter's wheel they were using at the time was not an electric one. It was a
Okay.
manual.
Okay.
And I was the one fit to wind or kick the wheel for
For the people to work.
that's right. And I was so amazed. I was thrilled about the way just a lump of clay gets on the wheel head. And as I wind, then a lovely bowl comes out. So thrilled to the point that I started practicing. I observed everything that they would do during the day. And when they closed and left, I will engage my younger ones also to wine for me, and then I will form.
Mm.
So little by little practice, and one day they came to work and I asked them if I could try my hands. They offered me the opportunity, and lo and behold, I made a lovely bowl to their surprise.
Wow.
You see, so their surprise was, okay, they didn't teach me, but I just observed and I was able to turn out something like that. So one of them called me aside and said, Happy, I think God has given you this, not architecture, but you go think about it and decide for yourself.
Mm.
So that was it. I made a decision, and I also followed up to find out from some of the lecturers. So still, school was closed. I went to the faculty, the art faculty, and looked for a lecturer by name Keke Bruni.
Keke Brainy.
Yes.
Is he still around?
Sorry, it's passed on.
Aw.
Yeah, it was a lovely professor. I told him, And he said, "Oh, so your name?" I said, "Could you?" I said, "Okay. You know what? If you can help me, I had an exhibition, pending exhibition. So if you could help me do it," I said, "Wow, yes." I jumped at that. He took me through all the processes. We did form all the works, and there too I was practicing. Practice, practice, practice. So we worked from about 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Wow.
and the whole studio will be for me. This one, it was electric wheel, so all to myself. And I practice, practice, practice. One day, his large pieces, I did a miniature version of them, and I sent them to him. I said, "When did you make this?" I said, "Oh, I did them at night." He said, "Hey, you don't mean it. Anyway, you don't have to copy my works, but try and be creative yourself." Okay, so that was the encouragement he gave me. We came for the exhibition. It was at the American Embassy here in Accra. And it was really, really
Beautiful.
successful. It was successful. There, I sealed it all up. I said that was the way to go. So when school reopened, I just switched over from architecture to art.
And how many years ago?
That was about 37 years.
37
Yeah,
years.
37
You've been doing
years
this for
now.
37 years.
Yes,
None of us
yes,
were
yes,
alive.
yes.
As we continue our conversation, we'll get some clay for our miss here. They'll be demonstrating something for us whilst we're talking. Like I said, this clay, by the end of this, you will pay $1 million for it to be auctioned to you, right? So, can we get some clay, please? All right, awesome. So, Daddy, you said 37 years
37
ago.
years.
So, what inspired the name Happy Arts? It sounds so therapeutic, like very lively.
Yes, yes. Well, if you watch behind us, you see how happy the people are,
Yeah.
seated and forming. Yeah, the name Happy actually came from my name.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Happy,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so, well,
It just
Happy Art.
worked.
But apart from this, we have a wonderful family unit. Okay, now this family is hardworking and they're vibrant, very vibrant. Now
Okay.
they're full of smiles. So as you approach, as you are coming, you're met with smiles. It's
Mm.
all one, and everybody is ready to um, entertain you. Okay, so as the people come, we welcome them in and introduce them to the clay, and the interaction continues.
Okay.
So the end.
Beautiful. So, those beautiful ladies here are the children of Mr. Happy. Right? So, how's it like working together with your dad on clay? Is this something that you learned as a child over here, or is something that you had to learn, or it came out of you like willingly?
Okay, I'll say it came out naturally.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like I was born with it. So,
Mm-hmm.
and since I was a child, I've been doing play like basically all my life.
Okay.
So, yes. So, but practice also makes perfect. So I've been doing it since, and then
And you've been learning from
I'm
it.
learning from it.
That's
Sometimes I
beautiful.
go on the internet look for ideas.
So, what's your
And
favorite
then,
thing about making like things out of clay?
oh, it's actually relaxing. It's very
Mm.
relaxing. Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
same
and
for
it
you.
brings your creativity out to life.
That's beautiful. It's the same for you as well.
Yes, as she said, I've been doing this since I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so and I love art. Yes,
Okay.
so since I was in school, during vacations, I'm here, try to help, and then as I grew up older, yes, and I started teaching the people, especially on the Pottery field.
Okay. That's beautiful. So you said something about art being therapeutic, right? It was one touching story, right? Or it was one thing that you've witnessed here, right? That you felt like, oh, this thing touched me so much. Like somebody who probably came in and it had like a therapeutic breakthrough or something. Have you ever had a story like that in your view?
Yes, yes, several of them. Sometimes we get schools with psychiatric disabilities.
Wow.
Okay, they come over, as you rightly said, pottery. It's highly therapeutic. So they come, we engage them, and surprisingly, some of them are so keyed in to whatever they're doing.
Wow.
Yes, they really, really work at it. Nothing distracts them when they are on forming their things.
Mm.
But there was this other lady. She's a South African,
Mm.
an architect.
Mm.
When I narrated my story,
Yeah.
okay, when I narrated my story, she challenged herself. She said, Happy, I want to learn. I want to change my profession.
Mm.
Truly,
Wow.
she was bent on getting this. You see, what we tell people, I said, relax,
Mm-hmm.
be patient, relax. Relaxation is one key thing that
Okay, I'm
one can,
relaxed.
that one can take out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Your patience level is escape.
Wow.
Okay, so now this lady gave herself 3 months,
Mm.
and I tell you, within 3 months, she mastered.
Mm.
She mastered. So again, she would sweat, 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 but at the end of the day, she's relaxed.
Mm.
And that's it. That's what pottery actually does. It relaxes you,
That's very
calms you.
true.
So those with the disabilities is the right place for them as well.
Beautiful. And how long does it take for someone to master the art of pottery?
It depends on the individual, their interest level, their commitment.
Mm.
She used 3 months. I use 4 years.
4 years.
I use 4 years. No. It actually depends.
Okay.
When you are at it, this lady, the South African lady I'm talking about, she, because of her work also, she gave herself once a week.
Mm.
Okay, and then like twice. So within 3 months, she could center, she could pull, she could form something. But you know, as the years pass by, you continue to practice and you gain more experience. Because when it comes to very large forms, we'll show you some of the pots that we do. About 6, almost 7 feet
Wow.
tall. Yes, they're all
Out of
made on the.
clay.
Yep.
Wow.
They're all made on the potter's wheel. Some large pots.
Wow.
All those ones come with practice and practice and
And
practice.
practice. That's beautiful. So you pick people, basically people of all skills come here, right? We have people that have no experience,
Yes.
zero experience when it comes to.
Yes.
I see. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to in my mind. I'm trying to do a house, so hopefully it works, right? So when somebody comes here for the first time, right? What's the feeling you want them to go home with? What's the one thing that you want them to go home with?
One thing is patience. Patience. So very soon they are here. They will be going through, especially on the potter's wheel. Okay, so when you come, one thing we tell you, relax. Relax, take a deep breath in and out. When you are tense, you see, you try to protect your piece that you're forming. But instead of trying to protect, you spoil it. But when you are relaxed, when you're relaxed, you go through the motions and you form it. So patience is one thing
Okay.
that you can pick from us.
Go back home with a creative side we never knew they had.
Wow. Well, I'm definitely going home with a creative side. I'm definitely going home with a creative side I never knew I had. So that's just beautiful. But aside clay works, ceramic works, which do you offer any other artistic lessons?
Okay, yeah, so that's pot painting.
Pot painting. Okay. Okay. And how's that one like?
Yeah, so okay, so we have the pots that are already made, 5 pots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they pick a pot and then they paint.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another.
Or then those who come for pottery, like early on, when they are fired, they come back to paint it.
Okay, like yeah, exactly. So it takes some time to dry, and then later on, people can come back and then they can come and paint it, right? So what's
Sorry, but apart from, so these are the teachable ones.
Yes.
The giveaway.
yes
We also have woodwork. We do woodwork
woodwork? Okay,
and metal. So sometimes we do a combination, mix media.
Okay.
So clay combined with other materials,
Okay.
or wood, metal combined with other materials.
Mm.
Yes, we do
Mm.
those as
Mm.
well.
That's beautiful. So you said 37 years, right? That's like
Yeah.
I still can't wrap my mind around it. For 37 years, what are some of the challenges that you've encountered running a pottery business in Accra, Ghana?
Okay. I would say the biggest challenge I've ever had, the biggest challenge um, had to do with labor turnover.
Okay.
We were running a company called Unique Ceramics.
Okay.
Okay, I partnered with two other people,
Yeah.
and we were running. We were doing
Mm.
commercial production, and so we had about 91 workers on our pay.
91.
Yes,
Whoa.
we were getting large orders from the US, from the UK,
Mm.
and all over. And some of these orders we had to subcontract and manage it. But then you invest your time to train
Mm-hmm.
workers at the point that they're ripe
Mm-hmm.
for you to benefit from.
Mm.
Somebody comes to poach
Them
them,
away.
and that's it.
Whoa.
And that's it. But then with Happy Art,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that was Unique Ceramics. With
Okay.
Happy Art, we're not doing export. Okay,
Okay.
this is what we're doing. This
Mm-hmm.
is centered around the family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're not experiencing
Mm. Mm.
those things. Yeah,
That's that's relaxing to find out. That's
yes.
relaxing to find out. And what about you? What are some of the challenges that in your very less than 37 years of existence? What are some of the challenges that you've encountered?
Okay, I would say it's the mastering of the potter's wheel.
Okay.
That's a challenge of mine. I'm very good with the free hand,
Mm-hmm.
but the potter's wheel is still something I'm trying to master.
Okay. Okay.
My challenge is doing big things. Like, I mean, maybe if they give me a huge sum to throw, especially on the button,
Mm. Okay. When you say throw, what does it mean?
like
To form.
To form. Okay. Okay. Those are like I'm learning, guys. I'm very much learning.
So that's a challenge for me.
Okay.
Still learning.
Okay. So in the next for you too, right? So in the next 5 years, right, where do you see yourself when it comes to like the clay industry or the pottery industry? Is it something you want to do like on a very commercial term, or this is just something therapeutic for you?
Both of them.
Mm,
Yes, yes. Because as I said, I like art.
mm.
Yeah, so it's something I would also like to do in the future.
Okay, but to add to what she said or you said, you know, I started by saying there's a vacuum created. You see, this vacuum is still not filled up yet. Schools,
Mm-hmm.
schools need our services.
I've never done arts anywhere. This is
Yes,
my first time I've ever
you
touched
see.
like a
So
clay.
you went
I'm
to
not kidding
you
you
went through
guys.
school and you never experienced it. Okay, so children lack some basic
Mm,
form of practicality. They want children to have a feel on something. Look at the young
yeah,
girl seated over here.
yeah,
See, if this is carried out to the schools,
mm,
if only the school
yeah,
will also welcome
yeah,
this as part of their curriculum,
mm,
so that right from the word go, about 3.5 years, the children are introduced to this form of art.
okay. And how are you
I
able to
believe that
incorporate like the African culture in the things that you do?
culture,
Mm,
tradition,
mm-hmm,
we live with it every day.
mm-hmm,
It's with us.
mm-hmm,
Now, we make a pot, some are decorative, some are functional, the functional decorative. So, yes, I talked about the very large urns and vases.
Mm,
So some of these things go to individual homes, some go to corporate
mm,
bodies
mm,
to decorate. The pots for flower pots, or then for um, use at home. Okay, the crockeries are there for the home and the use.
mm,
Pottery and humans cannot be separated.
mhm,
Okay, so as the customs or the traditions
mhm,
change,
mhm,
so the pottery. What we do sometimes we add a twist
mhm,
to the original forms that are
mhm,
there.
mhm,
Okay, that becomes contemporary, and so it can be used in this so-called
mm,
class.
mhm,
Okay,
mhm,
for instance, um, a dinner is set and our utensils are served,
mm,
okay, displayed, and
mhm.
that's classic.
Oh,
Yeah, so these are some of the things we're doing to influence the customs and traditions.
beautiful. Beautiful. So I wanted to ask the next question to our two beautiful ladies here, right? Whenever you start to work on pottery, do you already have the end in mind, or it's something that comes like as and when you start? Because I don't want you guys to see what I'm doing. All right, because we all started with a clay, but what they are doing and what I'm doing here, only God knows, right? So, like, do you start with like the end in mind, or you just go with the flow and you just
It
start?
depends. So right now, like this, I didn't know what I was doing. This is
Mm,
just an abstract piece. I
mm,
just started forming it, then this came.
mm-hmm,
I don't have. Sometimes I have, because
mm-hmm,
sometimes I have to get inspiration from somewhere else. So
mm-hmm,
I'll know what I'm doing before I form
mm.
it. But sometimes I just take the play and then
It
I get
just
something.
comes. Okay, and for you?
Yeah, for me, it's like this, but yeah, it goes with the flow. So anything that comes with the flow, I'll go with it. But like right now, nothing was in mind. So I just thought it was okay.
But every like what you're doing right now is so beautiful. That's why I had to ask you because I started with the end in mind, but my end is not coming. My end is not coming. So, what is it like for Happy Arts in the next 5 years? Like in the Happy Arts per se, like in the next 5 years, what do we,
What do we see?
yeah, what do we see?
What do we see? We want to reach out to more people, especially the tourists that come in and want to get to as many schools as possible. We want to
Mm,
impact this
mm,
knowledge,
mm,
this nice experience,
mm.
you know, to the children out there.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then what about you too? What about you too? Or maybe we would imbibe AI. What about you too?
Well, I also want a wider audience to
Mm,
happy art because there are still a lot of people in Ghana who do not know about
mm,
happy art. So
okay.
not only the tourists that come, but more of the locals too as well.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's really great to hear. Anyway, so what is like your final words to the people out there when it comes to the knowledge about pottery, when it comes to how far you think pottery can go, basically anything that you want people to know about pottery?
Clay,
Mm,
it's it's malleable when it's soft. Anyone, I think when you first came,
mm-hmm.
okay, I asked if you did ask, oh, I didn't do
No, I
art.
didn't do
I
arts.
did business. I said I was trying to tell you that God has placed in everyone some artistic skills.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so when it is when you get the right material,
Okay.
okay, the
Mm-hmm.
right atmosphere, the right material that you can unleash that creativity
Mm,
embedded. Okay, so clay, soft, malleable. Just pick a lump of clay, press. You can just have a print of your fingers. Just press it
mm,
in, press it in. God has given us the tools all
mm,
here, all here. All right. I
mm.
remember my lecturer, the one who actually
Professor
left.
Bruni.
Yes. He said, Kojo, I will just pick clay, okay, press it like this, and glaze this piece. You see the print out there?
Mm-hmm.
And that can sell for several thousands of dollars. That's clay.
I'm tempted to ask the question. I'm very tempted to ask a question. This question is skippable right away, right? So, what is the biggest opportunity making pottery has brought to you? Like an opportunity so big that you know that this opportunity came because I was doing pottery.
Well, I don't normally like talking about this, but it has offered me opportunity to travel. Clay has offered me trips around the globe.
Wow.
Yeah, several countries,
Yeah.
exhibiting the products. Clay,
Clay.
clay,
Clay everywhere. I think I
everywhere.
was asking you, can you
I,
use like any clay and every clay?
um,
So that I'll just go because behind my house there's like a lot of clay. There's a lot
yes,
of clay.
yes,
Like
yes, yes.
my household is always complaining about it because it rains and it's clay and it's slippery and everybody's like,
Yeah,
why all
yeah,
this
yeah.
clay? And it's clay is taking around the world and I'm here
Clay,
complaining.
clay is everywhere. Clay is everywhere. Where we have clay and we have clays.
Mm,
All right. So some clays have got contaminants. Okay. Some clays have got salt. For instance, clays around Accra here, you're likely to have salinity, salt
okay, in the
in
clay.
them. And when you subject a salty clay to fire, you have cracks, peel-offs.
Okay,
So that may
they
not
won't
be.
work. Okay.
This clay, for instance, is from Mankasim, Central Region. That's far away from the sea. Okay, it's one of the best clays in Ghana. We
Whoa.
have we have clay deposits all over.
Okay.
For instance, Salpon, they have this white kaolin
Okay.
clay. It's primary clay. That is not elastic. You can't really use that in forming on the wheel. Okay, you can model with it, but not on the wheel. I get in the difference.
Yeah, I
This
do.
this is elastic.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's secondary. It's been transported from its place of origin over the years, buried either under or by the riverside.
Okay.
And so vegetation and atmosphere has really worked on it.
On them, so they really work well.
It's elastic. It's elastic. And the longer you keep wet clay, the more elastic. And when you want to form something on the wheel, you really enjoy it.
Enjoy it. You even told me that you told me something. Ha. You taught me something. Oh, you taught me something. I have to remember. You said that yes, I remember. You said that the longer the clay has kept, the more elastic.
Yes, the more elastic.
The more enjoyable it is to actually use it, right?
Yeah.
But before we go, I wanted to ask you, what's the one piece that somebody has come here and made that blew your mind? You were like, this is beautiful.
Can you play back?
Oh, even yesterday, I mean, someone came. I know she told me that she has been doing like art for some time. But I mean, as I watched her, she took her time. She did it like she was so focused and all that. And at the end, it really came out so beautiful. I think she did it in something.
Okay.
They are doing cross.
They didn't cross
Yeah,
symbol.
she designed it really nice.
Really nice.
Really impressed.
Okay, I was hoping you'd mention mine, but it's okay. I was hoping you mentioned it, but it's okay. It's fine. It's yeah, well. Okay. I'm satisfied.
Interestingly, almost everybody, I've done pottery for 37 years, but still I learn. I learn from people who come.
Yeah.
They come without any background, but by the end of the day, they have made something, sometimes with no reference.
Yeah.
Okay, out of their minds. That is why I still appreciate what God has done for everyone. Everyone has got that artistic flair in there. But until you have the right material at the right place, and this
Uh-huh.
is the right place to be.
Yeah.
To unleash that creativity. Just
Okay. But how's it like working with your family, honestly? How is it like working with your family? Like to how's it like to work with?
It's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. It's wonderful. You see
What about?
everybody. Yeah,
Mm,
everybody smiles. I
mm,
think this is it's really captivating.
yeah.
Yes. So maybe you can ask the people around also what they think.
Okay. That's
Yes.
nice. But
But
how about you?
it's been wonderful. Wonderful.
It's actually easy.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's
Really?
easy to cope with.
I don't really have problems with anyone. So I think it's
Mm,
easy for me working with my own family.
I'll just say one observation. When I got here, it was I don't know what it's I don't know how to explain it, right? I don't know how to explain it. It's probably something very spiritual, but I felt so much peace. I was like, this is so peaceful. Like I was just seated here and I was looking at everything and I felt that calmness like within me. I hadn't started with my therapeutic clay yet, but I just the moment I entered here I was like, ah, I feel peace. All right. So I'm glad that I got to experience that here. And thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much for having this amazing conversation. I don't know what I
But
was trying to do.
can you tell us what you've made?
um, I started with a house, but it didn't
Yes.
work. So I went to ancient times, and
Right.
then I was trying to. You see, in the book of was it Exodus or something, right? When the people of Israel were, the book of Exodus, when people of Israel were like being bitten by snakes and stuff, and then
Oh yeah.
they had to
Okay.
do the pole with the snake thing, and then you guys,
Okay.
you see.
I see. You see.
You
We see
see,
the vision.
Oh
yeah. So
wow.
so that's what I did. So looking here, you're going to be healed, and yeah, you're going to be delivered. So
Awesome. Awesome.
thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Thank you
Good.
so
Good.
much for having us. And I'll sign out by saying that for people to come here, do they have to book ahead of time? How is it like? Or do you have walk-ins?
Oh yeah, so you have to book, or then what we mostly prefer to make a
Mhm.
reservation.
Mhm.
But sometimes if we are already here in the space, you can
Mhm.
walk-ins
You
are
can
allowed.
walk in. Walk-ins are
I
allowed.
want to just
Okay.
ask, like, yeah, another reason too is sometimes we go outside locations, we're not here.
Okay.
So sometimes if they walk in and they come in, they're not
You're not
available.
available.
But if
Oh,
they walk
okay.
in and we are here, that's fine. So it's better if they book.
So that's fine. So how do people book your classes?
Okay, so you can book through WhatsApp
Okay.
or Instagram, or then you can book through the Akwaaba app as well.
All right, that's fine. All right, so to book your classes here at Happy Art, like she said, there are so many platforms that you can book through. You can book, but then it's easier and very very cool. Book through the Akwaaba app and book through Akwaaba app, and you're going to have an amazing time here. And oh god, my conversation was very fun. So guys, this I did. It's falling apart, but it's okay. The poll that heals the people of Israel. All right, thank you so much. And it's been such a wonderful conversation with Sir Happy and his very beautiful and creative daughters. Book your class on Akwaaba app and then have a wonderful class here at Happy Arts Academy. Thank you so much. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you on our next episode. Bye.